Twitch, I've just been streaming on YouTube. As well as Twitch, because it's like, it doesn't, so their whole thing is they don't store as much data anymore. And so you lose a lot of your VODs, even more than you did before. Even if you, I believe even if you archive them, you still lose them a lot more frequently. Brain's not working right now. English is not happening. But that was the biggest Twitch update that really kind of like turned a lot of people off. Hello? I hate that doorway. Last I checked, the last thing that I saw, I don't know if it's because I had it in my saved clips, but you still had the Mome stream on there. The cursed Mome stream. That was pretty good. Atlantis, thank you for the sub. Please accept this sandwich. We love sandwiches, actually. Sunny would love a sandwich right now, dude. Or, I'm sorry, not Sunny. Sorry. Didn't that end a power outage? Yeah, that was the whole thing. You broke character at some point because the lights were flickering real bad. I think my favorite part of that stream was when you called Sunny the, that's my little Pokemon. Legally distinct Sunny, exactly. Sunny DD. Do I have to give her the really big boobs model? I have to change her proportions if I name her that. The way the YouTube link in your Twitch bio doesn't work. That is depressing. I'll have to update that. I could just link it here. I'm not currently streaming on YouTube right now because, well, oh no, I am. I lied. Oh, cool. It told me I wasn't earlier. That's sick. I love that. I love technology, man. I love how hit and miss technology. In this advanced age of technology, I love how hit and miss it can still be. Okay, noise happened, but nothing came up, so I appreciate the, I assume it was a YouTube sub. But yeah, I've been watching ZFG lately. He's been doing a lot of Majora's Mask randomizers. And he was also kind of complaining about some multi-streaming problems that he was having. A lot of his stuff isn't showing up when it, like, somebody donates or subscribes or whatever. And so he was also having trouble with it. And so that makes me feel a little better. It makes me feel like, oh, it's not my fault. Good. I'm not doing anything wrong this time. Oops, just two. Because every time there's like an issue or something with the stream, I'm always like, man, what did I do now? Working randomizer? Probably. I did a few of those back in the day. I'm not good at working at time, but God, do I love the randomizers. I have gone the wrong way. I need to do a link to the past randomizer. I think me and Sylvia tried doing an archipelagical, or yeah, the archipelagio randomizer with Link to the Past and OOT, because right, they're basically the same game, just one's 3D. Not really, but and it was not great. You gotta be really. That's when it was first coming around, and we were just messing around with it. I think we also did it with a Pokemon game, and it was weird. But you probably stumbled upon my Ocarina of Time streams at some point. Actually, you know what? It might have been my Humar days. People get screwed by item order. Yeah, we tried doing Pokemon ones, and it was just like Sylvia started finding stuff that was like, you really have to be careful how you randomize them. That's all I gotta say, really. Because everything was like she was finding was like stuff for my game and not for hers. And I literally found like nothing for hers. It was bad. Also, you don't really realize how much random there is in Pokemon randomizers until you like try to throw it into another game. 2018-ish. What was I doing in 2018? Yeah. It was around that time. Me and Marotrix were doing a lot. So I was helping beta test the Ocarina of Time online stuff. He was one of the developers. Yeah. Right. I forget. He's another one that I need to get in contact with again. Me and him did a lot of PSO together, but he kind of like disappeared for a while. I didn't know what happened. And then Zeldadom was... I met Zeldadom through Maro. And Zeldadom's one of those guys that you could like be like, I need a kidney, and he'd probably give it to you. Or he'd at least go get tested to see if he's a match. That guy's one of the nicest people you could ever meet. I hate people that disappear like that. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad you did though. Alright, Gamecubers, I need you guys to tell me, how do I find out my mat count? What is a reliable way? Or do I just do a decoction and just start over? That's the thing you don't? I hate this. I could technically like really just calculate it down, right? If I really wanted to. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think I might actually have to start doing that. Dang, I love math. I'm really good at it. Not really. I'm terrible at math. Yeah, I don't think I've messed up this character too bad. What we all do and start over? I hope you mean decoction, because I don't want to start red over again. There is a bringer back here. Yep. What did we get? Antidote. Kind of lame. I ain't getting to 200 anyway. The yellow numbers. That's true. I often dabble in the thought of maybe one day I'll try to speedrun. I don't know, dude. I can barely keep track of the layouts as they are, and I'm just playing casually. I just want to, like, I'm 105. I have maybe played a handful of missions or quests or runs in Ultimate. I have gotten 105 purely out of doing hard mode and very hard. I did... Okay, the one thing I did do is I did the first three... I did the first three quests, obviously, to unlock Fake and Yellow. Wait, I don't want to do those ones yet. And then I did... No, dude, I'm so bad. And then I did Fake and Yellow. And then I did Ice Spinner, maybe? I don't know what I did for my red sword. I got it so early and never went back. Or never looked back. Oh yeah, Starved. I know you don't check Discord often, but it's really funny. But people have started this trend where they'll post their Zalura 20s, is it? In Discord. I personally find it absolutely hilarious. And also very sad for Sunny. I think Ios has posted. They post their Zalura 20s that they get, their drops. Since Sunny didn't have Zalura 20 ever. She never got it. They'll post the screenshots. And I find it funny because I think Ios has found like 4 or 5. I want to say though, in your defense though, you really kind of got through the areas that Zalura 20 would has a like better chance of dropping. Let's do red sword. Yeah. Okay, don't kill that one. Or I can just do this. Yeah, that's fine. Did you have a tech unit on? I don't remember. Yeah, how are you going to be a completionist if you don't get your Zalura 20, man? Let's be for real. It's not very completionist of you. You got all the drops on Orin? Yeah, but did you get a Zalura 20? Hey, why did I do more damage to that guy? Okay, that's where I'll be like, level 30 you don't need. Level 30 is definitely when we're like, okay, you're fine with level 29s, 28s. Even on Affinia, I've only found a handful of 30s. Tex go to level 30? Are you gonna cry in Fomar again? No, I'll just cry in not level 29 Tex. I got a Psycho Wand. I've got 2 Adepts on Affinia. I got 0 level 30s. And you know what? I'm not even bothered by it. Unpopular opinion. No, I think that's a rather popular. I think anybody who plays phone rule would be like, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's fine. As a Newman? Yeah, you know what? That is true. I need to kill this guy, and I'm not going to get to it. That's unlucky for me. I forgot about him. Whoa, that was weird. All right, we are not going to 3. Become the force. Can Humar get Grants and Megan again? No, he can stay in the ditches, in the trenches. No. Is it actually? That's horrible. Oh no. Oh man. Anyway. You know, I've met Uniworld defenders, I've met Faux New World defenders, Fomar defenders. I've never met a Humar defender ever. I think Humars are like, they just accept it. That is the only time I've ever had fun with the Humar. Are you kidding me? Oh wait, that's fun. That's the only time I've had fun with the Humar is at low level. Like my Humar right now is level what, 14, 16? He's fun. I love it. I know that once I start hitting ultimate though, I'm gonna cry. I'm a Fomar and even I don't defend them. Everybody plays Fomar all over Fomar. But you still get the level 30 shifted E-band, so... If I were to ever speedrun a character, it would be a Hucasil. I just love Hucasil so much. Yeah, humor is definitely the case of like, they're like, oh shit, we fucked up. Whoops. And then when episode 1 and 2 came out, they just basically put him in the trash can. Do you ever get to use daggers on Hucasil? I guess it's if the only weapon you get. When did I use a tribe fluid? Dang it. In Caves and Ruins, I love that. Actually, oh yeah, because day roll, huh? Right. Yeah, I've been playing my Humar as if I'm playing challenge mode. I'm like, what's better? The daggers that have high stats or the daggers that have +5? Unless they're the legendary fire daggers. Yeah, but those don't exist, so... You could do Yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought about anything beyond. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. What was the drop you found that you sold like twice, or not? You didn't use it. Also finding the blade dance, pretty much like back to back. It's like a back-to-back days you found a blade dance. You wouldn't have hit anything anyway. That's sad and true. I need to get this to 90. 90 ATP air power. That's okay, Del Saber. I wasn't trying to shoot you anyway. Too slow. You did finish. I will say that I did not expect you to completely finish the run, I'll be honest. You guys went on for quite a while that night. Yeah, nice try there, sorcerer. Didn't think I'd hit you, did you? Oh man, I feel so bad for Ariskello, man. I feel so bad for Ariskello. Having a red sword, I can't, dude. Having a red sword is so nice. On the other hand, though, I did have a hard time finding my photon claw in episode 2, and he found it really quick, so. Team left. And then Diley bequeathed me with my split times. This is actually a really bad portal. Love that. This is one of the worst ones I could get. A bunch of non-speedrunners doing episode 1 speedrun. I feel like that's one of those things that sounds fun, but I feel like it would cause a lot of frustration. See, I would do something like that, though. Like I said, I think my biggest problem with, like, wanting to speedrun is just learning two-man teams, the rookie running a vet. See, that's what I want to do. I want to get someone who's never played this game before. Hey, can you not? Like, I'm not the most knowledgeable about the game, technically. about like the inner workings and the. I still get mixed up with some things, but like I definitely know a thing or two, and I feel like I definitely have the patience for that. C mode is fun, yeah. I'm trying to do a C mode soon, but I just haven't had time. Guys, babysat me, don't lie. Oh, I won't lie. We 100% babysat you, yeah. Yeah. You picked Uniworld. Episode 2, Uniworld. Yeah, we babysat you. And Carl was there. Been playing forever, you still forget the maps. Go, yeah, go stand in the... That was one of the longest Griffin fights I think I've ever done, even to this day. I've done a lot of challenge mode since then. That cow Griffin fight was a 30-minute... How did we get S rank on that? It wasn't 30 minutes, but it was like really long. How did we get S rank after that Gal Griffin fight? We must have done insane in all the rest of the parts. That Gal Griffin fight went on forever. S rank is a joke. Okay, that is true as well. That is true. S rank is pretty... If you don't get an S rank, you're really doing something wrong. People always tell me, oh, I'm so worried about doing S rank. You know, I'm like, don't be. If anything, S rank will teach you how to be better at the game. Or, I'm sorry, challenge mode. Yeah, but we don't fault you for that. It's not a starved problem. It's a Uniworld problem. Sorry, I still had a little bit in me. Thank you. Someone else said it. Last time I played with Carl, he brought up the he brought up one of the streams. I think it was after you stopped stream. He had a picture. He had that one picture that you had posted somewhere. It was like a real life picture of you. He had put that on his stream, but he had it in grayscale. It's, somebody's like, "Did Starved die?" I'm like, what? I had no idea what they were talking about until I saw his stream. I don't know. I was like, oh, that's not right. It was really funny though. Oh, luck mat. Ooh, we need those. How many of those do we need? I think we need like 35. Have it. I think he even put in memory of Starved or something like that. Or he's still with. I need 45 luck mats. Okay, that's not good. Can't believe we found out God Arm today. That's huge. So all I need is two god powers, and I'm set for the rest. The rest of this completion run, at least for units. Okay, do you think that the Sweetheart armor, so actually using the Invisible Guard, is more worth it than using the Lafuteria? That's not what I want. I feel like the Lafuteria is slightly better, but it's not, it doesn't use the Invisible Guard, which is more rare. Also, the Sweetheart's just cool, dude. Sweetheart's BB. Oh, okay, well then I'm dumb. Wait, no, isn't the armor? Wait, which one's Sweetheart? Oh, Sweetheart's the shield armor, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Love Heart and Safety Heart are cool though. I thought Sweetheart was in Gamecube. Dude, I'm so Blueburst brained. What happened to me? Also need a ton of PDs. Yeah, but what else am I really gonna do with PDs? Also, speaking of challenge mode, I do plan on at some point doing a challenge mode with this character. So I'm gonna be in the same position that you were. I don't know if I'm gonna do episode 2 though. Because I kind of like the twin weapon. I don't remember if Lefteria Max DFB was ever adjusted on GameCube. I don't think it was. But I mean, that's not really gonna... I'm not gonna go out of my way to farm a perfect frame. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still bugged. Yeah. They just all get zeroed out, right? This is the ring. I don't think I've fixed it. I could be wrong. If you did, it would have to be one of the patches that you have to install into your ISO. ISO? iOS. ISO. No, ISO. What am I even talking about anymore, dude? Reinstall the bug patch. I don't have the bug patch, and I don't have it for one reason and one reason only. You can't trap the... So you can't trap split slimes with the bug patch. So for this character, there's only few things that I've limited myself to, and it's quest related, really. Obviously I have a lot of patches, even yes the ice patch, because that's so cool. Who doesn't want to spam Gabarda? But the only things I've really limited myself for as far as quests are anything that isn't Sega official. And TTF and RT, because obvious reasons. I was kind of iffy on the mop-up quest. I still kind of am, because the mop-up quests are kind of... I'm not a big fan of the mop-up quests. I know a lot of servers offer them up. Or at least the main servers do. But I'm not a huge fan of the mop-up quests. Or the sweep-up quests, I think, is the other ones. But the lost quest I accepted. I think that's what I used, the Lost Ice Spinner, to get the red sword. And then a few other, like the Endless Nightmare quests. There's one that I think Rorigar was telling me about was good for Barbarous Wolves. But that's about it. And Pan Arms, but hey, I don't need Pan Arms anymore, so scratch that. Oh, okay. That was a cool Refoe cast. has the Canadine reset ring. Okay, what is a good Canadine quest outside of mop-up? It's one of the solo quests, right? You literally like start, go in, kill him, and then reset. It's the one with the Ellie, right? Speaking of Ellie, there's somebody really weird. There's a person named Ellie Pearson who follows me on Twitch, and every few months they'll unfollow and refollow me, and I'm very confused because I'll get the notification. I'll get the notification in my email, and I'm like, huh? Use the Ellie. Yeah. Okay. So there is the Ellie. Yeah. For the life of me, cannot remember the name of the quest, but I know exactly which one it is. I used that one on Affinia for boxes because it's a really good 2-room box run or run. Also, thank God it's the weekend, dude. Phantasmal World 3 box run changed my entire view of PSO. What, for the better or for the worse? Also, you used Phantasmal World 3, right? Starved for the claw, for Rika's claw. That's the one with all the Deldeps. For the better? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that's a really good one. I really underestimate how good that quest is because I did the wrong. Yeah, it really seems to be the case. It's hard. It is very hard, yeah. It is very hard. I dare say it's worse than Phantasmal World 4. And that's just because I hate the seabeds. Especially on Gamecube, dude. Get frozen, you happen to look at a Morphos, you're just dead. There's no way. Also, I haven't heard the yips yet. I don't think I will until I start playing on Gamecube. I think the Wii is safe from that one. Last time I did Phantasmal World 4 on my Humor, it took like an hour and a half. Yep. Yips are GC exclusive. Maybe I'll have to start playing on GameCube. That would require me to get a broadband adapter. Which won't be impossible. They've actually gone slightly down. One thing that I feel a difference playing on Wii is obviously the audio is different than GameCube. That's like the main thing for me. Audio is really big for me in video games. And that's something that I notice first. Especially when stuff is like spawning behind you. Like I miss that. I miss hearing that. I don't have that anymore. Ever since I've been playing on Wii. Because I have Wii composite cables now. Or whatever the other one, the fucking whatever the other ones are called. Component. Component? Composite? I don't know. Component, thank you. Yeah, so I have the Wii component cables, and I don't know if it's my HD converter or what, or my connector, which it very well could be. But I just sometimes, if something's spawning behind me, I won't hear it spawn in behind me. And I never had that problem when I did GameCube. does this mag even look like? It's teal. Or I think it's sky blue. But it's Illa, so it looks teal. Yeah, I got the whole setup. I went through so many different iterations of trying to get the GameCube to be HD without having to buy the HD or the component cables. Which, by the way, GameCube component cables, insanely pricey. Because the only ones you're finding are like ones that are pre. What am I trying to say? They're the another one was way slower for that. Is it actually? Well, I think the reason why he was doing Phantasmal World 4 was because of the lavish chances at the start from Gibbles, on top of just having Epsilons. And just like overall. Then the Del Saber. We love Del Sabers. You know what my cycle wand is? Can you guess? And you know how much fun I'm gonna have with it? Mine is Sorcerers. It's literally, the Prophets drop, but it's cycle wand instead. Yeah, thankfully I don't have a Prophets of Motov as an Orin exclusive. Okay, how do I get out of full screen to end? Bridge. I don't know how to do this. I should know how to do this. How did I even get into full screen? How did this happen? There we go. Just hit escape. Easy. Yeah, I think Orin is one of the only Prophet drop. I know that. No, that's not the only one. I'm dumb. There's a few. Or a couple. Right? Maybe Infinia's ruined me. Dude, I'm so ruined by Blueburst. Holy. Gave me in a room full of GameCube players, dude, and I just become unable to know things. Maybe you're right. Maybe Affinia is too quality of life now, dude. Maybe Affinia is too accessible to everybody. Did I kill that gunner? I did, okay. Okay, there's still a couple rooms I need to clear. Or at least one. That has already happened to me. That has already happened to me so many times in this run. That happened to me with a few boss drops. Hello? ATA, where'd you go? Wait, you don't like killing every single recon that comes out of a Rico box? Yeah, here's the yellow list. Or, sorry, the red list. It is, it's not fully updated, but we're getting there. I've been super busy last week since I last streamed, so I haven't been able to update it, but it's mostly updated. Another fact, I've been dealing with a lot of Canadian internet BS lately. Not me personally, but Sylvia has. She has, well, she has Bell, and they recently just cut off her bill for some unknown reason, and we've been trying to get to the bottom of it with no avail. I was just saying the other day to her, or I think it was to her, yeah, that Bell Communication is or Bell, whatever it is such a monster. They literally take up a huge monopoly of internet services up in Canada. And it's like, you really don't have a lot of options. What level is your humor now? He's got to be up there, right? He's got to be getting to the mid hundreds. No, my sense of time just really bad. Right. Yeah, you guys had Bell, right? That was a big company in Michigan. Yeah, it's crazy. They're on like a special like they're on her. She lives with her sister right now, but they're on like a special like program where it helps you with a more reasonable price. And it's not like the best internet speeds, but it's good enough for all the stuff that we do. And so it's been fine. She hasn't complained about it or nothing, but just like last week it got shut off completely. No notice, no email, no nothing. They just shut it off, and they said it was for some reason back payment. And she's like, we've never missed a bill ever. And so they're like, okay, well, just pay this amount and we'll get it back on. And so they got it back on. Now they're telling her, oh, well, because the way that you paid your bill, we now have to wait at least 5 business days to turn your service back on. They're like, oh, that's great. We love that. So we're just waiting right now to get that back on. I dropped Comcast a few years ago. We had the whole shebang. We had the TV, we had the internet, the super fast internet, we had the home security system, everything for Comcast. It just got so expensive. We did one of those like beginning of the year deals or new customer deals or whatever it was. And we got like a really good deal, and we had it for X amount of years or months or whatever, however they do it. And it came off the deal, and it was insane. And the messed up part is in my area, I wasn't even getting the speeds that I was supposed to be paying for. And I didn't know that until we talked to one of the technicians. And he was like, oh yeah, you guys aren't getting the speed. And we're like, why am I paying this money if I'm not getting the speed? And so we pretty much, I said, okay, I'm done with Comcast. And I switched off. I went to fiber though, so AT&T fiber, and that's been really good. It's like 80 something a month, and it's just internet. Getting phenomenal speeds. Oh, well over 100, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was very bad. It was very bad. Now I just have subscription services and whatever else for my TV if I want to watch TV and stuff. Which, I mean, the only thing I've watched recently is Frieren, and that's it. And I can just watch that on my computer. The only time I had no Wi-Fi complaints was when I was in Korea. Have to catch up with it. You should. It's super good. I like Freerun because it's not... It's just such a cozy little anime, dude. It really is just a cozy anime. It's not so much about the adventure or, you know, the travel and stuff. It's really just about loaning. Shonen anime brain rot. Yeah, it's not any of that. That being said, there are some really good shonens out there. Everybody's getting a free run. PSO2 New Genesis got a free run collab. Very weird. I'm not gonna lie, very weird. Maybe when you get settled in your new house, I'll Ubel. Yeah, we love Ubel. I've come to realize that my favorite character is always the borderline psychotic ones. Hopefully it doesn't say something about me as a human being or nothing. She's not crazy, she's just kind of a psychopath. A little bit. But yeah, she's definitely badass. Can you just drop your stupid arm? Please? Huh. I would never have, you know what? I would have, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, actually. Starved. Interesting. Different cosmetic maybe sort of gotcha as usual. We love gotcha, dude. You guys know New Genesis, dude. $300 USD? That is disgusting. You were playing the horse girl game? Umama Sume, or whatever they call it? What do they call it at the Game Awards? They like totally butchered it at the Game Awards. Oh, Mama Sume. Huh. Just totally butchered the name. I was dying. Oh, Mama Sume. If you ever get the chance, Starve, there's a guy you probably have watched him before. He's pretty popular, but he does a lot of MMO stuff, like reviewing old MMOs. Joss Strife Hayes. He's one of the good ones. You should definitely give him a check out if you haven't already. He definitely has some like hard opinions. Yeah, we love the Brit. He definitely has some like hard opinions on things, but I feel like he justifies his opinions as like That's what he thinks, and if you think otherwise, that's fine too. That's the whole kind of mentality that he has, which I mean I kind of agree with, because it's like everybody can have different opinions. It's fine. Because he does a lot of old like niche reviews of old, like really old MMOs, or just like dying or dead MMOs that there are no players. Thankfully he hasn't done PSO. And people, you know how how people are with like cult classics and cult games. People get really like defensive of their game, and it's like I totally understand that, especially if the guy has like millions of views and people like listen to his point of view a lot. But like at the same time, people have to like take off the rose-colored glasses or rose-tinted glasses and like look at things objectively and be like, yeah, maybe this isn't the same game that I played for people when I was like young and the game was thriving and stuff. So it's stuff like that. But it's really cool, some of the games he like goes back and play through, and he kind of critiques them. Yeah, exactly. He talks a lot about like onboarding and stuff, and how older games older games like Ultima and Ultima and there's a few other games off the top of my head that I can't think, like Eden Eternal and stuff like that. Or is it Eden Eternal? Is that the MMO? Or Neverwinter and stuff like that. Just had terrible onboarding for a person who is brand new to the game and doesn't have, like, if you have to look up a 20-page article or like post to figure out how to do things in the game, that's objectively just not great onboarding, right? That's not great tutorials. That's not great. And it's like, yeah, like objectively, yeah, I guess. That's something I talked to Sylvia about with like PSO. It's like, this game, if you don't know what you're doing and you're completely brand new, the game was very daunting. Like, this game can be very discouraging. It can be very like, oh, I messed up my mag? What do you mean? Much I want to say it. Alright, I feel you, Ios. It's getting late too. I'll probably do a handful more runs. But I appreciate you stopping in, Ios. Always love having you. Because I was not into it. Yeah, I mean, it really is. And it's like, maybe like if you're coming from a game that's like Ultima, or a game like Diablo 2, for instance, where it's like you can kind of see some similarities, right? But like we always say, like, there's no game like PSO, you know, or if there is, they're not exactly, you know what I mean? So, but I definitely do think PSO is one of those games that just has terrible onboarding, and it's like the thing is PSO suffers from being a console release, right? Where back in the day you would get consoles and you had manuals and you had books and stuff, right? This day and age, you get someone to play PSO, you don't have the books and manuals, and you don't have the luxury of having that stuff, because the books and manuals have all that information, right? For PSO, at least. That tells you everything that you kind of need to know. But yeah, nowadays you get somebody into PSO, especially Blueburst, it's way more daunting. 3D Diablo in space. Yeah, I've always said it's more. PSO is definitely like. It's definitely more Diablo-esque than Diablo 3 is. Compared to Diablo 2, anyway. We don't talk about Diablo 4. Not in this room, sorry. Sorry, Diablo 4 enjoyers. If you're out there. Just Overwatch deep diving. It definitely is one of those games where it's like, you don't expect to sink as many hours as you do into it. Like, there's times I'm playing PSO, it's just like, wow, it's already, I've already spent that much time? What? Crazy. You get lost in the sauce, as they say. D4 bored me. D4 is so boring. I played Immortal on mobile when it first came out. One of the most predatory games I've ever played, one. And two, it's just the open world, like MMO, or not MMO, but well, it is MMO. Like style like that. Just, I'm not interested in. I honestly, when I saw the D2 update, I was like, no way. Wait, that's actually huge. Like, think of all the things they had to, like, update in this ancient game. Even though it is the remake, or it is the, you know, D2 Resurrected, it's still the same game, just with, like, all the new bells and whistles, right? So it's like, think of, like, all the different things they had to, like... And they shadow dropped it, which is insane. I'm actually excited to play it. Like, I expected something for, like, D4, obviously, or Diablo Immortal. Never in a million years would I have expected that they were going to give something to D2. Regardless of D2R or not. How they keep that quiet. They probably fired everybody who ever spoke about anything Diablo related for like a year. Or for a couple of years. Okay, that guy might talk. Alright, we gotta get rid of him. But yeah, I've been wanting to play Diablo 2 recently too. Just gives me more incentive to actually go and do it. That was a cute little hop there, Del Saber. It's a bit too OP. My go-to is always Amazon. It used to be Barbarian, but I've learned the ways of the Amazon, and I'm addicted. I like the accessibility of Resurrected. As much as I'd like to play D2 in all its glory, D2R is just way too accessible. You get it on Switch, you don't feel like sitting at your laptop or computer, just put it on Switch. You don't want to, you're tired of playing on Switch? Alright, just put the Switch away and boot up the PC. Can you, like, get away from me, dude? I was inside of that guy. We need to rebuy the expansion 3 times. Oh, wait, now I'm thinking about that. Wait a minute. Oh no, maybe that's not such a good thing. You know what? I did that for Final Fantasy 14. I started playing on PS4 when I first started playing. I didn't even think about it, but there's also a PC release, which is just the PC download, and then there's a Steam release, which I also bought at the time. I was so depressed when I found out that PC and Steam releases are different. and the PC release is like notoriously really bad to try to play. Not like play, but like try to boot up. But yeah, we've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. That's our kind of go-to game right now. We play Affinia on occasion. We actually found her. I was just talking about this. We found her SJS on stream a couple years back. One of those weapons that she's been trying to get her entire PSO life. Oh, did you? Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is not bad. You get to be a cat girl, so that's cool. Any game you get to be a cat girl by choice, alright by me. I was indeed a cat girl. I mean, everybody knew it. Everybody that knows he knows it. It's fine. Listen, the guy's got to have his style. No, not that one. Actually, it's kind of funny you say Final Fantasy 11. Their most recent big raids, I think it's like 20 people raid, or 15 or something, like 25, I don't know. They just released a raid tier that, or a raid that is based off of Final Fantasy 11's world. It's really cool. I really like it. I've never played. It's based off of Vanadriel. Vanadriel, I think it's called. It's really cool. Hey, if you don't mind, like spoilers, you should definitely check it out. I mean, it's not spoilers. It's Final Fantasy 11. It's old. There's some. Okay, I'm gonna say this because I don't know who he is, but there's some like Shota one-eyed evil dude. I don't know how else to describe him. He has one glowy eyeball, and he's a short little evil dude. He's one of the newest bosses that came with the raid. I would have to look his name up, but apparently he's a big figure. Then there was some Steve. Yeah, we love Steve. No, he was, there was also, see, I don't know 11 like at all, so people have just told me who like big names from it are. There's little like punchy girl, I don't know who she is, dude. This is all very vague because I have no idea what I'm talking about. But she's really cool. Can somebody drop a red box, please? I'm feeling a little left out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying 14. That being said, we are kind of on a break from 14 just because it's on that same like, it's that same like Japanese company that like bleeds the content very slowly to you. Seems to be something that a lot of Japanese companies do with their games. Man, if I were to get an invisible guard right now, I would be so happy. That is my most dreaded drop, is the invisible guard. And it's not even like that. It's gonna be that hard of a drop. What is that? What is your favorite game of the past few years? Life to P. Yeah, I know you posted a few videos on that, right? I haven't played that one yet. I actually just started playing not too long ago. Bloodborne. Speaking of Souls games, or Souls-esque, like. I've heard good things about Life of P though. You're a very dapper character. Okay, I am done with this run. What would I say my favorite game in the past few years has been? I don't know. We played a lot of games. Ever since I've met my fiance, dude, we've played so many games. Before, my life consisted of PSO and League of Legends. Those were my video games, bro. That's what I played. Even games like older games like oh, what is that game called? Golden Sun. Gamer. I almost said gamer wife. Golden Sun and Azure Dreams. She loves Azure Dreams. I've never played that game and it looks very bizarre to me, but she swears up and down that is a good game. Golden Sun too. Golden Sun. I'm like, this is GBA? What do you mean? This game's so good. My only problem with Golden Sun has been the encounter rate is insane. I really like the complex element system in Golden Sun. Very cool. Definitely one of those things that's like you don't really have to do and you can easily mess it up, but she wants me to play the N64 Bugs Life game. Insane time. Insane time for gaming. She wants me to do a segment on stream where I play. I make a list of games and I play one of them. And I just know that she's going to be the one to request the games. Oh, it is a ride. If you have like about 10 minutes one day and you're just like, bugs. It's quite the ride. It's about what you'd expect from a movie video game in the early 90s. It's the worst. Bumblebuck. I think she wants me to play Bumblebuck. She wants me to play Glover. Which Glover really? Or Buck Bumble, yeah. I told her if she plays a Halo campaign with me, I'll play anything she wants. Play one Halo campaign with me. You can pick the campaign. You can pick the difficulty, I don't care. It sucks so bad. It's definitely one of those games. It's like, it's exactly what you expected. Classic Halo. Yeah, classic Halo 1. Halo 2 is my favorite, but Halo 1 is definitely... Combat Evolved is a place in my heart. I did a lot of competitive gaming on classic, or I'm sorry, Combat Evolved multiplayer. Yeah, if you ever, if when you get set up and you're all set up in a new place, if you ever wanna help take me through a challenge mode, I'm always down. I want to get a challenge mode with this character done. Obviously, you know, if I find a group, but just let me know. I don't think anyone even picked it up. I mean, yeah, it's one of those games. Yeah, no, obviously no rush. Like, I'm not... right now, I'm kind of inconsistent when it comes to playing anything with anybody. I've been saying about this challenge mode thing for a while, and I haven't had consistent... I haven't been able to sit back and play a video game for like more than 4 hours lately, so... Yeah, definitely I'll plan something out. Or we can plan something out when you get all settled in. Like, I don't even have to stream it, honestly. Oh my god, dude, please. Let me in the room. Let me in. Let me in, dude. Some of these doorways on Gamecube, they make me so mad. There's the one in this last room. They just extend so much further than the actual doorway. I don't understand. Man, look at that. Oh yeah, I can't imagine. That's gotta be just one of those things that just kind of like taunts you. Whenever you see PSO anything. I mean, you already know it though. Like, if you ever were to come back, you'd have so many people waiting. Literally today, Hybrid was just talking about you today. First message in my chat was about, hey, do you know Fantasy Star? I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. You've definitely left a mark on the community that can never be replaced. A pioneer, if you will. Hello? Aiming? I don't have that, apparently. Can I at least get a material? No. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Wait, I do need a trimate though. Which one? Take that one. That one looks better. Yeah, I'll take that one too. When did I use trimates? Okay, so by not going back to the portals though, I miss 3 Del Sabers. Maybe 4. Should be going back, but I don't want to, dude. I refuse. I was just talking today though, when I was playing Bluebirds, just talking about my experience in streaming as a whole, and it does get really taxing. And one thing I said to Hybrid is, I don't know how people do it for so long, man. It's rough. Like, I'm already inconsistent when it comes to playing games in general, but like streaming every single day for like X amount of hours, and like you really just have to have a lot of like, not just determination and willpower, but like a lot of like discipline too. Or, you know, just like not a lot going on, like with me. That's when I don't have a lot going on, I can literally just sit down and play for 12 hours. Or, you know, whatever. Not, okay, exaggerating, but I love streaming just as a hobby. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, man. I had my grandmother pass away not too long ago. Well, okay, I say not too long ago, but it's been a few years. I kind of also fell off the face of the earth after that too. And I had a lot of like drama with my ex and stuff, whatever, but like I said earlier though, it is cool you do get to like be there for your mom. Yeah, I remember your brother he'd taken a turn. That's one of the last things that it was going on with you at the time when you were still streaming. And originally I know that was kind of I think you had mentioned in the stream that was kind of not the reason, but yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think it's really cool that you get to like be in a position where you can just go and do that. Like I said, like Sylvia's mom passed a few years into our relationship, and it's kind of funny because she had just spent all this quality time with her, and she had no idea that she was, you know, a month or two from passing. And they went off and did this big whole endeavor and whatever, and yeah, just like that. You never know, man. And I know it's silly because I'm only like 30, but like the older you get, the more you just want to, you know, have no regrets is my thing. No, dude, I gotta go to the ruins. I got more things to kill. Not Sunny. That's something I've been trying to learn as I've gotten a little bit older over the past few years, is I just gotta, especially since meeting Sylvia, she's really taught me how to be more patient, not just with everything around me, but with myself. Because I've always gotten like very frustrated with myself when I'm not, when I feel like I'm doing something wrong, and I tend to like take it out on other people. And I've kind of gotten into this rut, or I had gotten into this rut where I couldn't admit that I was wrong about things. And so she's helped me out of that. So, you know, I'm doing better with my myself and stuff. But like, I've just really started to like get into this mindset where it's like I can't go through life regretting things that I should have done or I could have done. The biggest thing, okay, so I don't know if you know this guy, but he's a streamer or whatever. He's been a streamer. His name is Pirate Software, and he had this like big scandal that went through. And it wasn't until I saw him and all his BS that he was spewing, I'm like, damn, it really does just sound like me. I'm like, damn, that really does sound like me. That's crazy. All right, maybe I don't want to be like that. Guy's being kind of an asshole. But yeah, he had like this whole WoW scandal that was going on. I want to say scandal, just drama. Scandal sounds like something worse than it is. But yeah, I've done a lot of growing the last few years, and it's definitely helped me see that no matter how old you are, there's always a little growing you got to do. It definitely makes me feel like as the kids say, an unk. But yeah, man, it's always good to hear from you, Uncle Plushie. That's right, dude. What did Sunny D always used to call me? She always used to call me Pirate Software Sucks. Yeah, he's a yeah. I always used to like him. I always used to like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. This guy seems nice. And then he got like his feet got put to the flame, and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy sucks. Oh, okay. Oh, no, what does Sunny D always used to call me? Oh, she calls me she calls me a soft brain. Or smooth brain. I'm like, aw. Is it that noticeable? And Sunny D gives me a pet name. Oh man, you would not believe how big of a PSO2 nerd she is now, man. You would never look at Sunny D and be like, you're gonna be a massive PSO gamer, PSO2 gamer. I love it. She's the only person I know who actively plays PSO2 and doesn't talk shit about it. She's definitely one of those people that actually like the video game she's playing and not be like, man, I hate this game, but I can't stop playing it. It's funny though, going to any PSO stream, you'll definitely see somebody from like look like an orphanage. Oh yeah, we did do that. Oh man, who did? I don't know what happened to the team. I think I left it at some point. I think, you know what I think? I think oh, what was his name? Vuren? I think Vuren has it now. Or if he still plays. The PSO2 team. Oh man, that's a name I haven't thought about in a while. Yeah, we love Vuren. Guy's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a pretty good guy. But yeah, like I was saying, like everybody kind of spread to the wind. Like you'll see people in Carl's chat. Obviously, Carl still has George Glass in his chat, but Supersonica will come to my streams a lot. Love Supersonica. Who is this not Sunny Imposter? No. Also, hey, Spec. It's been a hot minute. How you doing, man? Level 80? What the heck? You need to be like level 200 already, Mag. No, okay, I still need to get him. I gotta be sure not to turn this mag into a mag. Or a 4th stage mag. What are we working on today? Bringer's right arm. Bringer's right arm and invisible guard for Redria. That's what we're working on. It'll happen eventually. Oh my god, Seed of Heart quest was so good. I just saw I had a tab up. Where is? Oh, no, stop. Don't you dare open. There's the last run. But it's not quite last run. Almost. Probably do one more run after this. Oh! Hey, Starve, did you, okay. Did you have a chance to try the Baja Blast Pie? I never had the chance to try it. They were out of them before I went to go try it. I was so incredibly disappointed and sad. They were out where I was. I was so mad. I'm seeing everyone trying. I'm like, happy for you. Didn't he say it was like really bad or something? He said he didn't like it. I saw a clip of him talking about it. What's his famous? It could be worse. Thank you for the sub. He said it was all right. Okay. I tried the what kind of Baja Blast crap did I try? Oh, a sub and then a follow. Oh, we love that. Thank you. Thank you for the sub and the follow, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday night. Happy weekend to you. Oh, the Baja Blast Gelato. That was pretty good. Whoa. Okay, you asked my Bull Claw drop. My Bull Claw drop is the Sacred Guard, which is unfortunately the same drop rate as the Invisible Guard. 1 out of 7,800 or 7,448, my bad. So a rough drop. We just got back playing GameCube PSO. We love that. Yeah, I play every version of PSO that you can probably. Didn't like it? Yeah, I don't like the Dragon Fruit one. I tried the KFC one, Thunder Gross. I don't know what the hell it's called. It's got some gross Baja Blast flavor. But yeah, I play every version of PSO that you could probably imagine. Okay, that's not true. The only one I don't play is the Xbox version. I don't think I've ever played Xbox version. I think it's like Mango, right? That one's weird. Also, I love that I can just bring up Baja Blast and you're just one of the people I know. It's gonna be like, yeah, I've tried it. And we could just have a conversation about Baja Blast. I love that. It's too sweet. Yeah, I didn't like it. Messing around with version 2. Are you playing the PC port that Ives has, or are you just playing straight up from the Dreamcast? Because I have the PC port downloaded. I just have barely touched it. I have a Humar made and everything. I really, really want to get a copy of version 1, dude. I gotta play version 1. Like, I have to play version 1 myself. Between the tiny lilies and the jump slash animation, version 1 has no quick menus. I don't even care. super happy. Yeah, how have you? So how have you been liking getting back into GameCube? Have you ever tried any of the? Have you tried any of the Blueburst servers at all? Also, congrats finding a good copy. We love that. Because I know, like, when I first got back into PSO after not playing it for a while, I went ahead and tried the Blueburst servers. So Blueburst servers are basically the Japanese exclusive version of the game. It's think of it as like a completely different game, because it really is. But it added an extra episode, so it added like episode 4, and it adds a bunch of items and stuff. But there's a lot of private servers out there that are on PC that you can play, which are really cool. But I definitely will always recommend playing GameCube, because GameCube is just, it's the best version that you could probably get, really. Like, arguably, I think it is the best version of the game. Especially the Plus disc. Like, the Plus disc is too easy to pass up. It's too good, man. If you have a choice between Plus or not Plus, it's definitely the better choice. Having to use your start menu to use items and switch weapons, you will care. Okay, you know what? Fair enough, you're right. All right, fair. You make a good point. You make a good point. Yeah, both copies. Nice. I also have both copies, but my non-plus version is very damaged. You like the bugs of non-plus? I don't even know what to say to you. All right, what bugs are we talking about here? There's the Belra arm bug. What else? That's the only one that comes to mind. Weapon stacking. Okay, well, I think that's more of a glitch, right? I love weapon stacking. I love weapon stacking, dude. It's so fun and so silly. Having 74 tri-flutes on my character. Yeah, you know what? Me too. You know what? Maybe non-plus is the better version. It's stopping me, dude. It's holding me back. I think I'm done with this quest. Yes. Yes, we are all done. Then plus when you want to fight. That's true. I'll speedrun on non-plus. How about that? If I ever speedrun. I'll do glitch. I'll beat Carl's glitch time. My boy C. Carl Bobadine. Yeah, I'll have to tell Carl that you stopped in, Starve. He'll be happy to know. Yeah, Specky used to come around a lot. I noticed. Life just got busy for you. I can relate. Please do. Yeah, I will. I will for sure. I'll let him know. Back to the house. We still have that clip somewhere. I think it's still on your channel. I think the clip stayed. Can you access my memory card faster, please? Thank you. life and just busy on other games. We love that. And Starve came in here talking about No Man's Sky. Now I want to play No Man's Sky, man. The most recent game me and my fiance have been playing was you still join fan servers with the game? Yeah, for sure. You can join. There's a few of them. Well, there's two big ones. There's SCHT hack, exactly how it's spelled out, SCHT hack, and that's a more popular one that you can join. You'd have to look it up, and they'll tell you how to set it all up and everything, and do everything like that. And then you have Silverant, which is the one I like the most. The thing that makes Silverant different is I don't know anymore, but it used to be one of the only places you could have Gamecube and Dreamcast on. Used to be one of the only Dreamcast servers. There's a player hub world in No Man's Sky I have a skyscraper base on. We love that. I really haven't done much with any of the new No Man's Sky stuff. I'll have to check it out. I really haven't done anything online. But I love that game. It's so fun. I'm trying to get Sylvia to play it. She's not a big sandbox kind of player. I will say that. Like I'm glad I got her to play Terraria, but I mean Terraria has like a buttload of combat, so Redria Redcast and started my goal to get the Panzerfaust. Ooh, we love the Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust is one of my favorite weapons, just aesthetically. I don't think I've ever used one, but it just looks really cool. We love the bazooka look. Also, I think this is my last run. I forgot to say last run luck. Whoops. You're looking for a good tropical planet. So how does No Man's Sky work? It's the same universe for everybody. So if you have like a location for a planet, you can just give it to somebody and they can go to that location. So if I go online, I can then get the Panzerfaust, maybe. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you look up, oh, I can just refoe twice. Whoops. Should have been doing that the whole time. Yeah, it's the same universe. You'd have to give them the portal coordinates for it. So it's kind of like Starbound. I see. Except Starbound's all-inclusive. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Well, that would explain why I don't see anybody else's shit. You and your brother? Hell yeah, we love that, dude. I used to play this with my siblings a lot back in the olden days when you had the coax TV. We had a little brown, tiny little coax TV that we had in our room. All right, sounds like you're just talking about like Star Wars at this point. Hey, don't bite me, little butthole. My cat just bit me on the leg. It's very hard to come across others, but I started in a star system where somebody had a base. Oh, nice. So is No Man's Sky's universe infinite? Is it like just like forever generating? Because I've seen a lot of clips recently, people finding like really cool planets. Not infinite, but very large. Okay, fair enough. You know what, dude? We love very large. Quintillion. I can't even fathom that number, dude. That's a lot. A lot of billions. And to think I almost didn't stream today. Wait, excuse me? 20 galaxies, quintillion planetary systems? Whoa. I have played exactly 0.001% of that video game. Apparently I've not done anything. All right, fair enough. We can go further out if you wanted. I've done the main like storylines a bit, but it's changed so much. Done much else. But again, I haven't really ever played online, so why am I doing this room? I just like killing extra enemies. What if I went into Ruins 3? They'll tell you you're the first contact. It's actually so cool. Wait. That's it. I'm starting a No Man's Sky Discord server for PSO players. Switching to Redria? Oh, no, I've had... Well... Yeah. I did have my yellow. I forgot I had my yellow. You're right. PSO, no Sky? Exactly. I'm gonna build all of Pioneer 1, dude. Or 2. I always say that. Pioneer 2. Hello? What the? Alright, yeah, that was cool. What was that? I swear, dude. The targeting in this game is so weird. But yeah, Airskeller, right now we're going for our we're going for our Del Saber's right arm, Sacred Guard, and Invisible Guard. One of them is bound to drop eventually. Really is a nice one. So is this just like a system or a planet you named after me, or is this like a reflection of what you think of me? Is it gonna be a swamp hole? You believe me? Thankfully someone does. I lose faith sometimes. And I'm only this far in. It can only get worse from here. It could be worse. You know what? It could be worse. So it's more of a reflection as me, as what the, you know, is how I see myself. Every once in a while they do updates to the planet generation. Some planets just change. Almost entirely happened to my home planet, so I had to find a new one. One thing I did have an issue with is a lot of my stuff, like I would build stuff and then the terrain would just regenerate over it. That must be like an older patch or something that was happening. But that would happen a lot to me. I would try to have like a little spaceport area where I can land my ship. No, I'd end up like mangling my ship into the terrain. I was like, oh, this is fun. We love that. Like my favorite song by Joe Walsh. Life's good. Life's been good to me thus far. Love Joe Walsh. But yeah, Starved. I have no idea, man. Seed of Heart was such an amazing quest. I saw you do it a long time ago, and I was like, oh, this quest is kind of cool. No, that quest is amazing. Hands down the best quest they've ever done for this game. It really did kind of feel like an Avengers moment. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go into the Ruins 3, though. Ruins 3 is not great, I'll be honest. Not to mention the gimmick with it is terrible. It has the ghost chase gimmick. The Seed of Heart quest. Ooh, multi-week camping trip. You have really bad boys. Oh man, that's rough. Where out west were you? Went to a wedding last year in Washington. Very beautiful state, very California. It is very where we were. It was very California-esque. Still going with Juicy, huh? Interesting. Still hasn't changed her username, huh? I didn't name her. I know you didn't name her. At least not her username anyway. I remember you always being bugged having to say her username. We've already had talks about naming our kids when we have them. I'm not allowed to name her Eleanor. And if I do, it can't have any connection to PSO. And I'm also not allowed to name her, oh, what was her name? Donoff's stepdaughter, or Donoff's adopted daughter. Yeah, I can't, yeah, no, Rico's off the table. Donoff's off the table for a male. Heathcliff is definitely off the table. Went to St. Louis, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Grand. Wow, you really just took a whole road trip out here. That's huge, man. There's an Eleanor in Warframe now? A lot of games I've just been missing. Name her old. I'll name my son Dr. Montague. Coast of California is very pretty. Yeah, it's our selling point. That's what we got. And then you got LA. Don't hold it against us. You know, that's a game I haven't played yet, Baldur's Gate 3. We just started playing Divinity Sin again. Well, for me the first time. For her for like the third time. You know, I don't see the problem in sharing this at this point. Juicy name is indeed LA. Yeah, well. I remember that. Loki loved LA, but I could never live there. Yeah, LA's a nice place to visit. Definitely, I couldn't do it. I kind of vaguely remember your daughter's names, and I remember you making it a point in stream at one point to say that you did get to name her after a PSO character. And I think people were trying to like guess and stuff. Need a physical copy. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, I really like Santa Barbara. It's real pretty. I like Monterey a lot. Monterey is really pretty to me. That's also one of those coastal city towns. Why do I keep taking this teleporter, dude? I don't know, Stark. Would you, at this point, would you ever leave Michigan? I feel like Michigan is kind of just like... I personally feel like Michigan is a nice state. But I've also haven't lived there for a long time. Yeah. I feel like Michigan is just... No, don't do this to me. Stop. Okay. You know what's funny? I actually took a trip when we went to it's gonna sound dumb, but when we took a trip to Washington for my brother's wedding, this was the beginning of 2025, I think, when all those plane crashes were happening. There was like 15 plane crashes within the first like couple months of like 2025. It was insane. Me being the supernatural nut that I am, I was like, maybe I don't take a plane. I know it's gonna take like less than an hour to get from California to Washington, but maybe I just don't take a train or take a plane. I ended up taking a train, and it was one of like the most surreal experiences and one of the best experiences I've ever had. It was so cool. I definitely recommend if you ever get a chance to like take a long distance train anywhere, I definitely recommend it. Because it's not like the most comfortable, and it's like definitely, but we got like one of the little like roomette things. So nice. Literally woke up at the foot of Mount Shasta, dude. Literally, I could probably put my arm out and touch the mountain. It was so cool. Mount Shasta is a very pretty mountain out here in California. When swimming in the ocean near Santa Barbara and the sea lion popped up like 10 feet away from me. I didn't know how dangerous they were, so I pissed. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Something about train rides. If they're done right and you do them, like, they're just so relaxing. Of course, it was like a 20-something hour train ride, so obviously it wasn't the shortest train ride. It was, long. But man, it was so cool and surreal. The only thing is, and this happens with flying too, is the layovers. Absolutely some of the worst train stations I've ever been to in my life. Train stations are always in like the most dodgy part of town too. Nothing. Philly to Orlando. Yeah, that's quite a while. Or that's quite a ways. Yeah, I'm also in that boat. I'm trying to make my way up to Manitoba. And yeah. I gotta get that all sorted out. Not only do I need to get the real ID and everything and an updated whatever from whatever, and the government has lowered my info. I need to get a passport too. That's why I said I got followed by 3 guys around the block in Detroit. Oh, we love that. That was me, my bad. Yeah, somehow he knew it was you. He didn't know how to say hi. He was being shy. We're looking for C mode partners in Detroit. Talking about C mode, it might be another meaning. Detroit become human. There must be others. You would hope so. Dr. Warren's in that area, right? Hey, there you go. Get Dr. Warren. No, Starved, you're alone. It was like 15 years ago. I know about that area, but most of Detroit is much nicer now. Yeah, you know why? Because they send all their bad delinquents out here to the state, to the West Coast. They literally did that. They would literally buy them food tickets, or not food tickets, but give them like $200 and send them out west. Gee, thanks. That is a sentence I never thought I'd hear. That's really cool. Hey, maybe the move to Michigan isn't the worst choice. I'll be closer to Carl at that point, and I can try some of his asparagus ice cream. Santa Fe was the worst as far as blatant drug use, and yeah, Santa Fe has gone downhill a lot. Not all sunshine and coast like it used to be. Another day, another no normal drop. Unless no, dude. Hi, Minty. Is that code word? How you doing, Minty? How have you been? You know what? I will do Ruins 3. It's like 8 kills for my Del Saber's arm. 8k kills? Yeah, I can't imagine. It's gonna take me a while. Alright, let's remember where all the buttons are real quick. I hit that, I go... Oh man, I don't remember how to get there. Let's just hit the button and YOLO it. Screw it. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. You got 14 or 15 minutes to find all 4 switches. Easy. That sounds pretty close. I know there was that one time that that Juicy was in the other room playing a game of PSO and she starts screaming, or what'd she say? Photon drop, no! As loud as she could. And it picked up on Mike's, or Starv's mic. Wait, hello? Where am I going? But then Gunner Drop was relatively quick and Sparks was extremely quick. She broke her chair one time when you picked up in the next room. Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. Maybe not for her at the time, but it's pretty funny for everyone in chat to hear. That's one thing about PSO, they don't rush you on the timers. Yeah, that is pretty nice. Is there one over here? I don't remember. Must have been a not great chair, or maybe she was just sitting in it weird. I know I sit in chairs sometimes really funny. Yeah, okay, that's that's what I thought, yeah. That's really funny. My brother in Christ. Timers always give me anxiety though in PSO. Oh my god, where am I doing? Vampire Survive. That's a game I haven't played. I've seen a lot of people play it though. Okay, I think the button's here. Can't wait to buy it 3 times. There's not one there. Oh boy. I think I might actually time out. I can't find this last 2. What happens when we YOLO it? Yeah, I haven't played any Vampire Survives, but it looks really, really fun. We've been playing that V Rising game. It's more of a sandboxy game with Diablo style combat. It's kind of cool. I think this is just the first room, huh? Yeah, I'm going backwards now. Minty, have you played any of the new Terraria? I know that was one game that you were into. This is just boxes, I think. Thankfully, this isn't a big map, so should be fine. Keeper. I'll have to look at that one. What? Oh, this was a box room. I don't think I've heard of that one. Thought they were done with those? Nah, they added like 2 more updates from the last one. I don't think they'll ever be done with Terraria. I don't know, man. The community is just so in love with that game. We're right. I mean, obviously, rightfully so, but yeah, they just had an update like a couple weeks ago, actually. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Aw, shit. Here we go again. Dude. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where to go. Okay, so we already came in here, right? Yeah. There was nothing here. This just goes, yeah, up there. All right. I'm remembering. Got 8 minutes to remember faster, though. Oh, I used to know it too. Lord forgive me if I forget, though. I can't for the life of me remember. It's funny, I just looked this up like a week or 2 ago too. Didn't stay with me, obviously. Is there one up here? No. It's on the other one, okay. Then it's gotta be down here somewhere. Oh, there's one? Okay, there's one here. This is one benefit of being old. You can play games like they're new. That's one way to look at it, yeah. I have always said I want to play PSO like it's my first time again. That's another game I need to play. There's a lot of games I need to play. There's a lot of games I need to play. You know, when you play games and it's just you for like the longest time, and it's like you don't have like a significant other or like a really good friend or whatever who like is much different outside of like the games you play, and then you meet someone, you realize, wow, I really just haven't played a lot of games. You kind of had the benefit of working at a game store too, back in, you know, back when game stores were real popular. Please be a button here. Yes, dude. I always thought I wanted to work at like a GameStop or something. I'm like, oh man, that'd be so cool. And then I realized GameStop sucks now. GameStop had a steady decline for a long time. Oh yeah, 100%. I did do that. That was me. Wow, that long, huh? I didn't realize it was that long. I don't know, I like customers. I'm kind of one of those I'm kind of one of those people that likes retail. I've always said, but I feel like retail is definitely one of those things like I think everybody should be forced to work retail at least once in their life. Retail in and of itself is just such a learning experience. And it can also teach you a lot too. I don't know, I love retail. I was working at the seasonal Halloween store one year, a few years back. And she was talking about her Clydesdales that she has. I'm like, at first I was like, what's a Clydesdale? I wasn't, you know, obviously I'm not real into horses when I was younger, but talking about her Clydesdales. I'm like, then I looked it up when I got home. I'm like, those are some massive horses. And she says they just get them in a, they get them all reined up and they go out and they walk the town during Halloween dressed up as skeletons. I'm like, that's insane. I love that. Yeah, just, yeah, my Clydesdales. Is that what she was just known for? She's just the girl that has horses? Okay, this is when the quest gets a little weird. Yep. So we gotta stop moving. Once we hear the ghosts. Oh yeah, there they are. Or once we see them. Okay, and then we can keep moving. Dude, we love... I actually love farm life. But it's one of those things where it's like... Maybe not for me, but... Ghosts! Hey, can you... Thank you. Zoinks, a Scoob. Yeah, I gotta be careful casting too. Because it's based off of your animation. Okay, like, thank you for the last run luck. We love that. Unlike some other people who would rather see my downfall. No, I messed up so bad. Whew. I think I get caught a couple of times, but not very many. Doing this quest on Ultimate is not fun. Especially going into the Ruins 3. Most people never even see this floor because they don't ever do Ruins 3. They only do 1. Or if you're like me, they do 2. But yeah, the ghosts are based off your animation. So if you cast a tech like Gafoi and it's not like a high enough level, you're more than likely going to get caught immediately. Oh, Starved, have you seen Sky's the Limit on YouTube lately? I don't know how often you be on YouTube. I know you've been super busy. Guy's been making some banger videos lately on PSO. PSO lore in particular. Definitely need to give him a watch or two. He just did the legendary swordsman Zoke and the 4 legendary swords. Glad there's no limit for this quest. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. If this was timed, that would be awful. But yeah, Sky, I think his name is Sky's the Limit on YouTube. That's how I've been with YouTube lately. Oh, I'm so close. Hot dog Daisy to lay down, hold her count of 10. Ooh, count of 5. Yeah, we just got a new puppy. I need to start teaching her some stuff. She's definitely got that puppy behavior that I need to break her out of. Uh-oh. Let me get them digits. Let me get them coordinate digits. Your longitude and latitudes. I'm silly. Almost a year? Ooh, ours is just 5. $5 old, not years. Brain dead for a sec, sorry. See if I can do this without getting caught once. I don't think I've ever done this quest without getting caught. Again, this is normal, so shouldn't be a problem. Happy early birthday to Mama Starved. Whoa! Where'd you guys come from? How they get you, man. At least 78. We love that, dude. Only 17 pounds. Wow. That's real sad. Always makes me sad thinking about stuff like that. Not gonna lie, at first, with Starved talking about Grandma's birthday, and then she being 78, the first part of that sentence, I was like, wait a minute. But then I realized you were talking about the dog. Had me in the first half. A rebuff. I don't need. Thankfully, this area is really relatively short. The only thing is you have to keep stopping every once in a while, or at least slowing down. Unlike a certain quest called Halloween Horror, these ghosts are significantly, one, less annoying because they don't beep and bleep every time they spawn, and two, they're not as aggressive as the ones in Halloween Horror. Quality quest. Definitely recommend playing Halloween Horror. Ow, what the best dog I ever had. Found me. We love that. We had our cat actually is the one that came to us. We had a litter of kittens in our backyard one time. Weirdest thing ever, man. And yeah, we ended up keeping one. He's the best boy. Halloween Horror. Yeah, Halloween Horror is a Dreamcast quest that was it's a Dreamcast quest that was ported over to Gamecube via a private server. Actually, the Silvernet server that I mentioned earlier is the one. Was her name Maggie May? What's the dog's name? Maggie May. I've always wanted to name a dog Maggie May. One of my favorite Rob Stewart songs. Dude. Oh, call her Maggie. Heck yeah, dude. I am a... You know, when I talk to you, Starve, I always realize I am kind of old. I am an old soul. We're gonna do this guy first. Okay, don't miss. Can't afford to miss these guys. We can do Raft twice. Okay, we're gonna do Raft twice. I think we have time to kill this one. Yeah. Yeah, wait, do I have quotes? I don't know if I have quotes on my stream anymore. I know I had some when I first started. Oh man, we'll have to get in your stream chat one day and bring up all the quotes that people had made of you. There are some good ones, I will say. You ever speak out of turn or say the wrong thing? You better believe someone's gonna clip you in the quotes command. Where am I going? Down this way, I think. What was the quote he made? I don't remember. Knowing Diley, it was a good one. I barely saw them. Oh. Just good enough. We need more spontaneity. Yeah, Diley was a crack up. No, I feel like PSO as a whole is in a good spot for streaming. There have been some like weird instances where there have been people who aren't actually part of like the greater PSO community, and I don't mean that in like a negative way, but like people who don't have the community's best interest, let's just say. And they have hello? Oh, I heard something. I didn't know what it was. Because PSO is a vibe. PSO is definitely a vibe. But yeah, we've had some people who have like, we have some view botters who, this is my favorite like little story that I have about streaming people streaming PSO. There was one guy who was clearly view botting, and I mean clearly view botting. The guy's chat looked like a YouTube comment section. Great work. I love when you adventure. My favorite part of this stream is when you adventure. No one watches Star for the gameplay. You're like, gee, thanks. But also deep down, you're like, I know. That's all you need. As long as they like you for you. Whoa, that was a close one. Why else do you watch people play games, man? I mean, okay, unless it's like, I don't know, even speedrunners have some pretty good vibes most times. At least enough to keep me interested. Because golly, there's some boring ass speedruns out there, I'll tell you that. Oh man, on the other side of the room. Yeah, I didn't watch you play Typing the Dead because I really like literature or anything. We were just talking about Typing the Dead the other day, actually. We brought up the part that the first boss in that has the same sound effects as a lily. Can I hit you? I can't. No. Okay. That was. Yeah. Sylvia watches me play stuff. She doesn't like watching the streams a whole lot because she has to watch from her phone or her laptop, so it's not like the best quality. So I'll usually like stream to Discord and stuff for her. And we'll usually play games and stuff. We played XCOM like that one time. XCOM's a really fun game, by the way. XCOM 2. So I have an iPad kid. I was a PSO kid. Yeah, Yeah, my kid's gonna be a PSO kid, 100%. There's no way. We've agreed that we're not gonna let our kid play any kind of MMO that isn't PSO. You haven't started. It's a really good game. It's fun. It's definitely punishing at times, but as an RTS, as in and of itself, it is really fun. Highly recommend. There will be a few moments you're like, what the hell just happened? And that's because of that game. Me and Sylvia have a saying that we say when it comes to percents. We're like, if it's not 100, you'll always miss it. I allowed Minty to farm a little bit on my phone. Yeah, see, she's been really big into WoW her whole life. By making you get 99 in Runecraft. That's child labor. You can't do that. That's borderline child labor spec. You're not eating until you get 98. Run this agility course until you get 10 levels. Then you can eat. Oh man. I don't know. I don't have patience for RuneScape. You're gonna ruin their child if you do that. Nah, it makes them tougher. It toughens them up. Then you can introduce them to other games that have not as medial as a grind. And they'll be like, oh, this is kind of fun. Then they'll learn what a real grind is. That's kind of where I'm at with PSO most days. The thing with me and PSO is like on Blueburst, I have everything I want, man. Like I don't need much else. I'm good. So it's like I really don't have much else to do. Also, I didn't get caught. Hell yeah. Do you even buy VCRs anymore? I didn't even think about that. PSO Blueburst for PC. Yeah, it's a PC version. But Daddy, I tried to craft your rooms, but I got PK'd and I'm sorry. Please don't let me eat dinner. No! You go to bed hungry. Secondhand somehow. I didn't even think about that. I had a little TV that had one of the little VCRs connected, like in part of it. Those things are sick, man. I want to get a SpongeBob one. Remember those? What were the really popular ones? I think the SpongeBob ones were really, really popular. They had a few of them. I thought they had that Spider-Man one in the early 2000s. Yeah, like I said earlier, we had one of those square little TVs that you had to buy a special coax cord just to screw in to the back of the TV so you could have cable. And then if you wanted to play video games, you had to find a coax cord that would feed into a RGBA. Or VGA? No. Yeah, RGBA. You had a TV in storage that would turn and come back as a different... What? my brain can't even process that sentence. That's one of those futuristic, like, innovative things that they did back in, like, the 70s or whatever. That you hear about. It just never takes off. It turns out to be like a Digimon promotional set piece. It digivolved. All right. Let's see. What are we at? Be a Transformer. We love Transformers. More than meets the eyes. The new Digimon Time Stranger? Yeah, that game was great. Can't wait for the DLCs and stuff. Loved it. All right. But unfortunately, that was, in fact, my very last run of the night. Hello? Okay, there we go. But today, yeah, we found Talus, which is one that I didn't expect to find. But hey, we have it, so that's huge. We also found the God Arm. Ooh, massive. That one's huge. Changes everything. I'm now slightly more confident to go into Ultimate. But yeah, as far as stream schedule goes, Monday I'll be back. Probably 4 p.m.-ish PST. So if you guys want to hop in, then just go ahead and hit that follow button. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Everyone stay safe. Starved, always good to hear from you, man. Love you big time, big guy. Hope to see you around soon. I know you got life kicking you in the ass right now, but hey, man. We're always here with open arms, big guy. All right, I appreciate you guys. I can't say it. Say the thing, Starved. Say the thing for me. I don't remember it off the top of my head. What was the thing you always used to sign off with? I put him on this right on the spot. Oh yeah. Still better than a humor. It's still better than a humor. All right. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful week and stay safe out there. All right. Still worse than the humor. All right, guys. Take it easy.